Hey, Pop Rockers, how you going? Paul with you again this evening. Tonight we've got special guest Sarah Grace Williams, the Master Conductor from Synthony. How are you going, Sarah? Sarah Grace,
Yeah,
SG or
yeah.
Sarah Grace?
Yep, I'm really good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Hey, I've got to ask, what is a Master Conductor?
A Master Conductor. It's a nice title, huh?
Yeah.
Look, I think it's a nice title that's being given to me on this particular show I'm on. I guess, you know, in our world, in the conducting world, we have,
Yep.
you know, you sometimes come in and out of conducting roles, and you appear as a guest conductor, and you might be somewhere for a small amount of time.
Yep.
And then you have chief conductors, principal conductors, master conductors, that kind of thing. And we're in a more permanent position and have a more, you know, overall kind of contribution to a particular project, I guess.
Cool. So how did Synthony come about?
Oh, Synthony,
Yeah.
one of the coolest things ever. Look, Synthony is an incredible collaboration between worlds, really.
Yep.
So stemming back some 5 or 6 years now, from the original curator and music director Erica Moore from New Zealand, she came up with this incredible idea to meld the worlds, the electronic dance music world and the orchestral world, and thinking, you know, these are two awesome facets of music. Why can't they meet? And so she came up with this idea and started the ball rolling, and that was just the beginning of something that's just become massive. And she actually came to me maybe 3 or 4 years ago, because this, as I said, it started in New Zealand, and she came to me and said, look, we want to bring it to Australia. And it is huge in New Zealand, and we knew it was going to be massive in Australia. And this is now my fourth year on the Australian tour. And, you know, we're just building and building, and the audiences just keep growing in the thousands. And it's just become this, iconic thing, because it's unlike any other concert experience. You know, we used to have this tagline that it was an orchestra concert, but not as you know it. And it literally is. There's a symphony orchestra on stage, and they are playing as a symphony orchestra. So they're not like a lot of these concerts where you have, you know, you have a contemporary group out the front with an orchestral backing, and they kind of look a bit like window dressing in all reality. This isn't just an orchestra kind of accompanying, you know, EDM. This music has been taken and re-orchestrated by this incredible arranger by the name of Ryan Ewan, and he's reimagined this music to be played by the orchestra. So it is literally being done like you've never heard it before, and it blows people's minds.
So as a conductor, are you conducting not just the orchestra, but the singers and the DJs as well? So it's and I absolutely love this stuff. It's what we call cross genre, and so it's a melding of worlds. So yes, I have the orchestra in front of me, but then I have, you know, I have cans on my ears, because I've got a lot going on as well that we've got to coordinate. And there is track, there is, you know, as you said, we have immersive visuals, and we have instrumentalists and singers, and all these different things that need to come in one, and things that are also, you know, these incredible visuals on screen as well that all have to be combined. So this year, though, you've got some great talent working with you this year. You got Nat Bass, Natalie Bassinglow, Tandy Phoenix, Ian from the Potbellies, and a whole host of
ILAN,
ILAN.
Are you ready? Don't hold back. Is there anybody out there feeling something?
Yeah, so how's it going to be working with them? Because this is your first time with them?
Oh, no. ILAN has been on Synthony since day one, basically.
Oh, yeah.
So ILAN and I have worked together many, many years. And he's just an electric energy. Like, I just think he's just the most incredible performer on stage.
I suppose he doesn't hold back.
No, he does not hold back. Well done there. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, no, he's incredible. And Sandy, no, I've not worked with Sandy before. And Nat Bass is her will be her first show with us when we start the tour next year. So really excited to welcome her to the Synthony family.
We'll be in the crowd. We'll be there cheering on.
Yeah, awesome.
Hey, you got songs by Disclosure, Eric Pritz, Calvin Harris, and heaps more.
Yeah.
Who comes up with the soundtrack? Obviously.
Yeah. So we have a music director by the name of Dick Johnson, DJ producer from New Zealand, and he comes up and curates these incredible programs. And so he comes up basically with a set list, and then that goes to the arranger I was talking about before, Ryan Ewens, who creates the orchestrations for the orchestra. And then from that, then we create the track that underscores everything, which is done by Dick again, and then it comes to me to meld that together in the orchestral world. So, but it starts right back with Dick Johnson, who is incredible.
So you've been rehearsing currently? Obviously, it's a big show. You're going to have to.
Yeah, we're actually we've actually finished our 22 tour. Our final performance for this year was in Hobart.
Yep.
Just at the beginning of this month.
Is it the same one? Is that Synthony number 3? Is it 3?
Well, no, that was actually Synthony 1 in Hobart, because some cities were only up to 1 this year, and so we've got 4 cities up to number 3 next year. So, but we haven't done number 3 in Australia yet. So anyone getting number 3 next year, it's for the first time, and it's a really, really cool show, because Synthony number 1 is a bit of a nostalgic throwback. You know, it's all the bangers. Every track that comes up, it's a real nostalgic throwback, I think. Then number 2, it's still the same. You've got all those great ones, but there's a few more edgy things and a few newer things, and then it's the same, that evolution again into number 3. And I think the audience is in for something really special.
Good, yeah. So I've got that. Shows in February, March, and April in Sydney. In Melbourne, the Sydney Myer Music Bowl.
Yep.
And then you're over here in Perth at the RAC Arena. That's where we'll be in the crowd.
Excellent.
In Brisbane, River Stage in March. And in Sydney, the Aware Super Theatre, is it?
Yeah, in the International Convention Centre there. Yeah.
Cool. So it's going to be a pretty busy time for you guys. Now, you did mention this is from New Zealand and it's brought into Australia. Is there, in Europe, where dance music is really, really big, is there any chance of you just going to Europe?
Oh, look, I can't say much, but look, there's definitely talk about this. Has, in my opinion, worldwide appeal. And there's definitely, there's conversations happening about what we can do with this incredible show, and there's so much interest everywhere, because it really, as you said, this the EDM culture is like even bigger. So no, there's definitely scope for expanding into different areas. We had a show in Singapore at the end of this year as well, in the beginning of December.
Cockatoo Island in Sydney, was that?
Yeah, Cockatoo Island was pretty huge. It was a real kind of festival vibe. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Ten questions on getting to know SG or Sarah Grace. Cool. And here we go. First question, fill in the gap. I can't live without.
Ooh, cuddles from my daughter.
Oh, cool. Who is your celebrity crush?
Oh, my celebrity crush. Oh, gosh. You know what? I don't know who my celebrity crush is right now, but something is I was thinking, gosh, I've changed over the years. We were just watching something on TV about an hour ago, and I thought, oh my gosh, she used to be my big celebrity crush when I was a kid. We were just watching Top Gun, and I can't tell you, oh my gosh, I was crazy about Tom Cruise, and now I watch it and I'm just like, what? So he was my first celebrity crush.
Yeah. I'm waiting for Days of Thunder 2 to come out. Life will be complete then. Okay, have you ever broken up with someone via text?
Via text? I've indicated I was going to be breaking up with someone via text. Yep. I kind of let him know it was happening on the way.
Close enough. What or who is your favourite cartoon character?
Oh, favourite cartoon character. I love. Oh gosh, I love all cartoons. You know, I'm one of those. I watch all the Disney movies and realize my daughter's not even in the room anymore. I don't think there's a cartoon character I don't like. Cool. But I guess I do have a soft spot for Homer.
Oh yeah. Your biggest fan, mum or dad?
Oh, you know what? I would say it would be in equal measure. Unfortunately, my mum's passed now, but I'm extremely lucky that I had the most incredibly supportive parents who supported this girl who had a passion for a career in the arts. Cool. They got behind me.
Oh, that's always good to hear. Hey, a food you just cannot eat.
Cannot eat.
Cannot eat.
Brains.
Yeah.
No, someone like tried to talk it up once, and I'm like, it doesn't matter what you do with it. No,
too slimy. The first concert you ever went to?
First concert I ever went to.
Yeah.
Well, I used to go to, I remember my first orchestral concert I ever went to, and it was Symphony in the Domain.
Yep.
And I was watching the 1812 Overture with cannons and everything go off, and I thought that was cool. But the first concert I ever saw when I was kind of, going to concerts that I can remember was, I hated it. I went and saw Jethro Tull.
Yeah.
And I hated it.
Different. Okay, what is your best feature?
My best feature. I don't know. That's an interesting question. Yeah. I would hope to say that maybe my best feature would be that I'm a great mum.
Oh, cool. Final question. You got to fill in the gap. When I was a child, I wanted to be something when I grew up.
A musician. Without a question.
Yep. And then you end up being a conductor. Yeah.
So I was one of those lucky people that never had that question over them. What do I want to be when I grow up? It just happened. I came out a musician and just kept adding to my music. Yep.
Yep. That's always good.
Cool. It's cool.
Well, we'll get to a bit of that time when we can start winding down. So thank you very much for taking the time out of your evening and getting to us and having a chat. We're going to have all the dates and everything on the website. We can't wait to get there. I think, we go to the one in Perth in March.
Cool.
So, we can't wait. So,
look, it's such a cranking evening, and I just think it is like no other show. And the audience, I actually talk about the Synthony audience quite often, and I refer to them with one single word, and that is mental, because it's such an epic event, and the audience is just pumping from the get-go. Everyone is there, and it is just from the moment we hit that stage, it's on, and it's party, and it
must be a big rush for you. It's got to be a big rush for you, being in you're in the hot seat, you're the one there, and you're controlling everything.
I must admit, it is actually really, really cool, because when I come out, like quite often you do a show and it builds up, and by the time you get to the end of the show, the crowd's wild and they're loving it, and the ovation at the end is huge. But it's very rare that you get that ovation at the beginning. You normally work up to that, right? Yeah. But when I walk on stage for a symphony show, the crowd is wild. It's you know, and it's an awesome feeling to walk out and go, yep, let's do this. We're all here to party together and let's go.
How different is it for you personally from this one? Like being Synthony, being dance music, EDM, you're conducting yourself, the artists and the DJs, compared to just a standard orchestra. Is it?
Yeah, so
different.
Oh yeah, so different. You know, so different in style. But you know, the reason I love doing this kind of thing is for the same reason I love conducting Beethoven too. You know, I love all facets of music because I truly believe there is great music in every genre.
Yep.
And so in the classical realm, there's incredible music. There's also a lot of not so incredible music. And the same in electronic dance music. There's great stuff. There's a lot of also not great stuff. And all the different genres. But there's great music in everything. And putting them together or, you know, doing different genres, I love it all. And so it is different I approach it all differently. I dance a lot more in Synthony than I do in Beethoven, that's for sure. I wear joggers when I conduct Synthony. I don't get to do that when I do Beethoven.
I could just picture you Eshe, or dressed up Eshe in your tracky dax and your tracky jacket.
Yeah, well that's it. You know, it's a different approach, but you know, it's great music is great music, period. So it's awesome.
Oh, I'm glad, and I hope you have a great time, especially when you come over to Perth. I hope you have a great time in Perth. And right off.
I love Perth. We had a great time in Perth Synthony this year, so really looking forward to coming back.
Oh yeah, we'll be there.
Awesome.
Glow sticks on and whistles.
Perfect.
Thank you again for joining us. Good luck. Hope it all goes well, and hope to see you real soon.
Yeah, cool. All right. Cheers.
Take care.
Yes, Melbourne, put your hands together for the Synthony Orchestra!